Hi, Sherry. Ah, good morning. I think I'm going to adjust a little bit. Or adjust a lot, actually. All right, let's see. And that's my reminder. I'm going to turn off the I forgot what it's called, just so we don't get interrupted. Like that. All right, is that sturdy? I have a new little system that I have rigged up here. So, hi, Jillian. So that's why all this movement. I just don't want it to fall over during our class. Okay, so works out well. All right. Do not disturb. That's what I want. Okay. So that we will not be disturbed. And then, there we go. All right, it looks pretty good. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Hi, Pat. I get to see my hair, which I have a new haircut since last time I saw you. All right. We are, actually, I'll be right back. Okay, I needed my computer. Nice. Now we're ready to start. Let's see if anyone else joined us. Welcome, everyone. I have a new little system here. So I want to make sure my camera doesn't fall over. Okay, good. So welcome everyone on this beautiful morning. Let's just sit and be and breathe. last night in class we did the Ujjayi breath. So it's where you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, but the exhale is as if you're closing the back of the throat and you're doing with your mouth closed. So it actually causes a vibration, said to be really good for your nervous system. So I really like it. It's called the Ujjayi breath, which is also the ocean breath. So if you've ever taken a conch shell and put it to your ear and you can sort of hear the ocean, that's kind of what I think of in my own head when I hear the Ujjayi breath. The breath coming out kind of sounds like waves. And if we're in a whole room of people doing it, it's very, very cool too, the whole ocean. So if we think of ourselves as part of the ocean, as part of the whole ocean, we're just one little drop in the ocean, in the universe. So if you'd like to join me with the Ujjayi breath, we inhale deeply through the nose and exhale through the mouth, through the nose. You can do the first couple times through the mouth though, so you can kind of get the feel of it. So let's do that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this time we'll do it with our mouth closed. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale slowly, deeply. Exhale. Let the exhale be a little slower. Not more air necessarily leaving, but a little slower than the inhale. Inhale. Let's do 10 more of those breaths. Get into your own space. And as with any of our breathing techniques, find what you like, what is right for you. If this breathing is not for you, just go back to your natural breathing. You never have to force anything in our yoga. And continue to breathe deeply and slowly, however you'd like. And I'm doing a reading from The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. Opening ourselves to love. Open ourselves to the love that is available to us. We do not have to limit our sources of love. The universe has an unlimited supply of what we need, including love. When we are open to receiving love, we will begin to receive it. It may come from the most surprising places, including from within ourselves. We will be open to and aware of the love that is and has been there for us all along. We will feel and appreciate the love from friends. We will notice and enjoy the love that comes to us from family. We will be ready to receive love in our special love relationships too. We do not have to accept love from unsafe people. There's plenty of good love available. Love that heals our heart, meets our needs, and makes our spirits sing. Open yourself to the love that is coming from the universe. Accept it and enjoy it when it comes. So, however you're sitting, I'd like you to find a new way to sit, maybe just crossing your legs in the opposite direction, maybe taking yourself off the blanket, or if you're sitting on a blanket. And then we're just going to start with subtle movements of the shoulders, keeping our hands just resting on our legs, circling our shoulders. So when we leave our hands down, it sort of forces us to just use our shoulders, which can be more challenging than if we get our arms involved. But getting our arms and elbows involved, maybe the only thing that's moving are our arms and elbows, right? So we want our shoulders to do the movement. And then bring our shoulders back and down. We're sitting nice and tall. Remember, zipping. Shoulders come up, and then shoulders come back and down. Shoulders come up around the ears, and then when we press our shoulders down, we're also squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back. So we should be feeling a stretch through here. Up and down. We'll do this a few times. And as we're doing it, go ahead and reconnect with the breath, whether it's the Ujjayi, the ocean breath, or any breath. But connect the deep inhale and slow exhale with each movement of our shoulders. Check in on the posture. Our heart is lifted. Our corset is laced. And then keeping the shoulders down, I'm turning to the side so you can see this. Actually, let me declothe so you can see the shoulders, right? And here we are, shoulders back and down, heart is lifted. Now we're going to bring our shoulders back even further and try to keep them horizontal, and then bring them forward, which is hard. This is really kind of challenging to do, is just move the shoulders forward and back. The shoulders are an amazing joint. They go in so many different directions, right? We go up and down, we circle around, we go forward and back. So when we bring our shoulders forward, they naturally go up a tiny bit. When we bring them back, they naturally go down a little bit. So we can help that out by pressing back and down a little as they go back. Forward and back. Still our hands are resting on our legs. Our hands can go forward and back, right? But they're just following where the shoulders go. Or you can keep them stationary. Forward and back. Good. Now let's keep our shoulders back. We'll bring our chin to chest. And the chin doesn't actually touch the chest here. It just comes down so we feel a stretch in the back of the neck. And then bring our head back up, lifting the heart, nose straight ahead. And then we'll bring our head to one side, stretching now through our neck. Keep breathing here. Getting connected with the Ujjayi breath or whatever breath you'd like, and then turning in the other direction, never forcing it. And we'll do that a few times, to the left, to the right. Hi, Terry and Barb. Connecting with the breath, whether it's the Ujjayi breath, the ocean breath, or any breath that you feel comfortable with, as long as it's deep and slow And slow exhale, completely exhaling. Maybe take a little more time to exhale the same amount of air that you inhaled. Coming back to the center. Once again, chin to chest. Shoulders stay back. Keep breathing here. Eyes straight ahead. Good. Now, we'll keep the eyes and nose straight ahead, and then we're just dipping our ear to our shoulder. Sometimes our shoulders want to come up. Don't allow them to do that. Keep them back and down. And then coming back up, other side. Coming back up. Where do you feel this stretch? So all these muscles connecting to our clavicle, bones in front, the rib cage, the shoulders, the back, so chest, pectoral muscles, everything is connected, right? So you could be feeling it all the way down to your waist, to your hip, depending, because right, as soon as we move one part of our body, there's that chain reaction that is working through the whole body. We'll take it to the other side. Remember, we're keeping our shoulders back and down, never forcing anything. We want to sort of be in a relaxed, releasing position, being ready to allow the muscles to relax. One more time, the other side, each side. And it could feel different on both sides, right? So we stretch here, maybe you're feeling it through the shoulder, maybe through the chest, maybe through the back, maybe just here, right? Those big muscles of the neck. Good, let's hold here. Now, we will bring our shoulders back, hands forward, spreading the fingers. And again, just because we're spreading the fingers doesn't mean we're just going to feel it in the fingers or the hand. Maybe you're feeling it all the way up the arm to the shoulders. Shoulders stay back. Let's go ahead and bring our arms and shoulders forward, and then shoulders back. So the position of our hands stays somewhat the same. Sometimes they want to come together, but that's not the idea here. The idea, again, is moving just through the shoulders. Go ahead and check in on your posture. I'm going to turn to the side again so you see that movement. It's the same movement we did, shoulders forward and back, except this time our arms are lifted. Forward and back. Forward and back. Let's do one more just like that. Forward and back. Keep the shoulders back. Keep them back. Keep them back. Lift the arms. And then keep the shoulders back. Press the shoulders back as we lower the arms. Shoulder height. Sometimes what happens if we just lift the arms, right? Our shoulders are kind of just doing their own thing. We lower the arms, our shoulders might come forward. We make that effort to keep them back. And then, lower down. It's a lot of work. More than we would expect. So now I would like you to release the blanket if you have the blanket. And let's take our legs, everybody take our legs straight out, finding our sit bones. Legs and feet together. And if this is too much tightness you're feeling through your low back or anywhere, you can bend the knees to help that out. Find the sit bones. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, pull the belly back, counter stretch as we reach forward, lowering our hands, rolling our shoulders back and wide, and then zipping, curling up. Good. Shake those legs out. Taking our hands a little bit behind and then lift the heart. So here we're sort of getting a stretch, almost like a cat and cow when we go forward, right? That's the cow, cat. And then here, cow, but we're really just stretching the upper back. Try to keep the shoulders back, lift the heart, and then pull the belly in to bring ourselves back up. Let's take an inhale, curl forward, lower the arms and shoulders wide so they stay out of it. Maybe this is a whole beautiful back of the body stretch. Again, the whole body. from the heel to the neck. Shoulders go wide. And then zipping the cord, come back to seated. Let's take our hands behind and lift and lengthen, lift the heart. Maybe the head goes back, but we don't want it to hang back. We still want to control that. And then good. Let's bend both knees, feet together, knees together. Good. Now we'll take the left leg long. Press through the heel. And this right foot, we can adjust so if it's right next to the leg, I want it to be lined up with the knee and the hip. And here, and the foot can be closer, it can be further away. We want the right leg to be active. Let's take a twist here. So we're working 6 ways of the spine. Now we'll take the right arm up, bring it back and down, and just using the fingertips to help lengthen the spine and get a little more of a twist. So in other words, we're not bringing our hand back and leaning back on it. We're using our hand to lengthen. We're still perched on the sit bones. If you'd like to take the left arm across, go ahead and do that. Get a little more of a twist and then release into that twist. Let's look behind and then look forward. Let's look behind. Let's get that inhale, exhale. Our right leg is still lined up. Right foot is down. And think about where you're feeling this. All the way down from the top of the head to the hips maybe, rather than just in the neck, or maybe all the way down to the leg. Inhaling and exhaling, coming back to the center. Good. Let's shake both legs out, bending both knees, feet flat, and now lengthen the right leg. Perched on those sit bones. Let's first take the twist by holding on, and then the left arm comes up and down, using those fingertips or the hand if you have long arms to help lengthen, and looking behind, looking forward, working through the neck. Inhale, exhale. Left leg is lined up. Sometimes what happens is the left leg wants to come out a little bit. Let's take the right arm and bring it across if you'd like to help lift and lengthen. And then keeping the head moving if that feels right. Right leg is active. Right toes pointing to the ceiling. Inhaling and exhaling, going slow with the head. But if this is not feeling good for you, if you're feeling, if it makes you feel dizzy or any kind of funny way, then it's not for you. I want this class, this yoga practice, to be everything that you need. So make your adjustments, your personal adjustments as needed. And good. Come back to the center, shaking both legs out. Good. Let's find those sit bones. Inhale here, exhale. So getting long through the waist. Lifting the heart. Let's take the left arm up and over. The right hand is down, but we're not leaning on it. We want length through both sides of the body. Let's bring that left arm back. Keep breathing. Legs are together. Knees can be bent if that feels better. And keep breathing here. Never hold our breath. Let's bring the other side up and over. Bring that right shoulder back. One more time, each side, taking your time with it. And inhale and exhale. Good, shake those legs out. Let's come to all fours. And then continue with our cat and cow here. Curling and arching. Using the breath. And then let's hold in a neutral spine. So that means that we all have a natural curve in our low spine, but we're staying very strong. We're not letting ourselves hang. We're staying very strong here. So neutral means that straight spine, but we have a natural curve in our low back and our upper back. Let's take our shoulders wide here, widen back, lengthen through the neck. We're going to take our left arm, reach it forward, right leg, reach it back. So in every yoga pose, there's a balance element, a strength element, and a stretch element. What is that for you here? If you're finding that it's really hard to balance, perhaps the right hand is not underneath the shoulder. So check that out. So it could be, and let's come back to all fours, it could be that it's under the shoulder until we lift the other side. So let's try that with the right hand. See where your left hand and shoulder are lined up. Now lift the right arm and lift the left leg. And then, if that left hand is not under your shoulder anymore, maybe you can shift your body, or maybe you come down and you shift your hand a half an inch and lengthen and breathe. Keep strong. This is a beautiful core strengthener. And then lower down. Good. Let's take the other side. Reach. Let's take 3 breaths here. Keep lengthening the spine. Reach through the crown of the head. The eyes should be on the floor, not looking back towards you, not looking forward. And then other side. Inhaling and exhaling. And then lower down. So this time we're going to take our left hand, reach it forward like you're getting ready to shake someone's hand with the left hand, which is the opposite, right? What we would normally do. And then the right leg comes back, pull the belly in. We're going to come to a cat, bring our elbow and knee together, and then lengthen out. If you decide to go a little higher with sort of an arch in the back, just make sure you keep your core engaged, tighten your buttocks to do it, and then curl under. Exhale, inhale, lengthen, exhale, pull, inhale, lengthen. Feel free to do the Ujjayi breath here. Inhale, and exhale, and lower down. Whew. So as soon as you start moving, that balance changes, the strength changes, the stretch changes. So always changing. Let's take our right hand out, like we're getting ready to shake someone's hand. Left leg back, pull the belly in, exhale under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, under. Inhale, lengthen. Shift if you need to, if you're not lined up with the left shoulder and wrist. Keep going. We've got 2 more. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhaling, under. Press through the fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Get that curl of the spine. Zip a little tighter. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, under. And then lower down. Good. Let's reach our fingers forward, send our hips back, and breathe. Whatever breathing technique works for you. I love the Ujjayi breath, one of my favorite. I say that about a lot of things though, so you know me. I suppose I have a lot of favorites. Let's come back to all fours. Let's get a stretch through the wrists and the forearms here. As we get stronger through our core, it actually is much easier on our wrists and our forearms. But we do want to use our fingers as much as we can. So let's take ourselves here. So we're to all fours with our natural spine. and shoulders go wide and back. Let's roll our toes under for our first down dog. Pedaling out, send the tailbone and sit bone high. Let the head rest between the arms, the neck is relaxed, but I like your shoulders to go wide and back, even in our down dog. Sometimes just checking in with the shoulders for our posture, that's part of our posture. If our shoulders are hunched up, it doesn't give us quite that straight line. So take the shoulders wide, and then bending the knees, look towards the front of the mat, and let's walk 2 or 4 steps towards the front of the mat. And we'll curl up, press into the bottoms of the feet, and curling up, stacking the vertebrae. Head comes up last. Let's get a big inhale. Exhale, finding our mountain. So finding our mountain from our roots, the bottoms of our feet, the root chakra, and then drawing energy from the roots all the way through our legs, through our torso, through the crown of the head. Bringing our hands to heart center and pressing into our hands. Let's take our arms behind, lift our chin and our chest, and then inhale and exhale. Good. Keeping our hands to heart center, and I'd like you to spread your fingers, thumb resting on our heart, lifting the heart. And then keep that right hand right where it is. We're going to take the left up and over. It's okay to get a little bit of a lean here. As long as we're leaning from the feet, bring that left shoulder back. Keep spreading the fingers, belly pulled in. And come back to the center, hands together. Keep press. And as if we're still pressing that left hand, keep it right where it is. We'll take the right out and over, lengthening both sides of the body, pressing into our roots and drawing energy all the way through our bodies from our roots, root chakra, which is the base of the tailbone. Let's press both hands together, bring it up and over. Try to get the elbows wide, keep the chin and chest lifted. Inhale and exhale. Good. Keep pressing those hands together. So let's wiggle all 10 toes here. See if we can keep pressing our hands, but bring our shoulders wider and down, wider and lower. Pull the belly in. We're going to bring our hands, fingers towards the earth, and then curl down so we're staying really snug through that corset. And then reaching our fingers to the earth and keeping our fingers pressing together, fingers wide if that feels okay. Just letting the head drop. Belly pulled in. That corset is nice and snug, nice and strong. And then engaging the core, we'll roll up. We're still pressing the hands together. Come back, thumb to heart, thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs. Inhale back up. Exhale behind. Inhale, this time leaving our arms overhead. So it may be hard to bring our arms back lined up with our head without our head coming down. So if that's the case, we're keeping our mountain stance, right? But you let your arms come forward, let the elbows come wide. If you can bring your hands, keep the hands pressing together, then maybe, right, keep that mountain stance, the crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Maybe taking our arms a little further back, check in on the corset, knees are soft. Pull the belly in and let's tilt to one side, but lengthen both sides of the waist. Pull the belly in, and then other side. Coming back to the center and lower down. Whew. Nice work, nice work. Let's go ahead and circle, this time with the elbows. So picture the elbows leading the circles. Lifting up in front, around to the side, to the back. One more time. Nice. Good. Let's roll forward and back on our feet. Shake it out. So we're going from our balance. We're going to spend a lot of time in balance today. So warrior 1 to warrior 3, and then knee up, and then we'll move the knee around and different parts of our body around to keep that balance. So let's first roll forward and back on our feet. And let's just think about our feet right now for a little bit. We want our feet to be straight ahead. We want to think about the ball of the foot, the knuckle under the big toe, the knuckle just behind the big toe, the knuckle behind the baby toe. Pressing through the heel. And I always say press through the heel, but see if you can press through the front of the heel. See what happens. Pressing through both sides of the ball of the foot, the forefoot, pressing into both knuckles on either side of the foot, and toes relaxed. So keep pressing through the feet, and then let's lift our toes and wiggle our toes, and then lower. So can we keep the knuckles down and then lift our toes again and wiggle our toes? Keep pressing both sides. There's a big time stretch maybe going on through our toes, through our feet, just by lifting the toes and keeping the rest of the foot down. Lifting again, you may be feeling it all the way up the legs. See that chain reaction and the chains of our joints. Let's do it again, lifting. Maybe the knees are feeling the work here with our toes lifted. Let's wiggle all 10 toes. Try to keep the knuckles down. Keep pressing through the heels, maybe the front of the heels, and then lower. Good. So now that we have that accomplished, right, we're going to take ourselves to a warrior 1. And I want you to press through. In a warrior 1, our back foot is turned out a little bit. I still want you to press through both sides, both knuckles of the baby toe and the big toe. So we'll take the right leg back. First it goes straight back, and then let's just put that heel down. And then think about the bottoms of the foot. Sending those roots deep. Let's see if we can turn our torso more towards the front. Inhale here. Press through both sides of both heels, both sides of both front of the feet, the forefeet, the ball of the feet. Try to keep the toes relaxed. Toes are down, they're helping, but we don't want them gripping. Engaging the core. Remember that corset, holding, breathing. Hands to heart center. Pressing our hands together, wide through the fingers, pressing up. And let's get that original press here, shoulders and elbows back if you can. Keep the chin lifted if you can. If that means your arms are further forward, go ahead and do that. So we're in as straight line as we can be here. If you can, and if you'd like to, everybody's different. You may want to take yourself a little further back, but it's more the middle of the spine, not the head and the neck, and not the lower spine as much. And then bring our hands back to heart center. So, warrior 1, what's your balance here? What's your strength and what's your stretch in your warrior 1? Now, taking ourselves to warrior 2. So we're shifting, warrior 3. We're shifting to our front leg, and our back leg will lift and reach. Getting as horizontal as you can from the back toe, the back foot, to the fingers and the head. Stay strong, stay breathing. Keep pressing through both sides of that left foot. And then bring ourselves here. Remember, keep breathing. Our knee is up. Good. Let's move our hands. This is also really good releasing through the wrists if we're doing this sort of belly dancing hands, which I know some of you have done, belly dancing. So really good for the hands. Maybe we just wiggle the fingers. How's that left leg? Keep pressing into that the left roots. Let's take goddess arms here. Good. Holding goddess arms. Maybe that right foot is relaxed. Maybe it's flexed. Now we're going to turn and look to the right. Come back to the center and look to the left. Come back to the center and let's lower down. Whew. Right? Challenging. As with all our balance poses, feel free to have something close by, some confidence close by where your hand is close to it and you can always put your hand down. Let's take it to the other side. First, find the roots, find the knuckles, press through the feet, and we'll take that left leg back and then drop the heel. So just because that's where your foot landed doesn't mean you can't adjust a little further back or a little close up. And let's send our hips towards the front. Let's relax through our toes. Inhale. Exhale. And let's press through our hands. Let's think a little bit more about our feet. Keep breathing deeply. It's hard to hold poses, but if we use our breath, our core, and our smile, it becomes much easier. And remember, if you're laughing, which I encourage you to laugh, that counts as 10 smiles. I made that up, but I think it's very accurate. Let's press our hands together. Let's bring our arms up overhead. Stay strong through the core. Exhale. Keep that chest and chin lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing through the hands. You can keep them as wide as is comfortable. So in this pose, where I'm feeling the stretch is my back calf. I'm feeling it through my fingers, my wrists, through my shoulders. The strengthening is my core, that front leg. And the balance is pretty much everything because Warrior One is really challenging to balance in. Keep breathing deeply and shifting to that right front leg. And we're going to take ourselves to Warrior Three, separating the hands, getting horizontal, parallel with the ceiling and the floor, with the earth and the universe. Keep reaching, keep breathing. And then when you're ready, bringing the knee up front. You can have everything at a right angle, so the knee is higher. You can hold that leg up. I would recommend with the left hand if that leg is starting to get tired, because as soon as we twist and turn, changes our balance, so you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and rotate those wrists. This time we're bringing them forward. Rotate in one direction, then rotate in the other direction, bring them back. And then down by our side. Bringing our left arm up. And switching. Right arm up. Both arms down. Let's take both hands to our thigh and get a twist. You can change where you're looking. Coming back to the center. It's okay if the foot comes down, right? Just bring it back up. And keeping our hands here, this time we're going to look in the other direction. And then lower down. So we did different things for both sides. So there's really no comparing how you felt if you felt that you balanced better on one side than the other, because we did some different things. Okay, so holding here, rather than go to our warrior one, warrior three, we're going right to knee up. We're going to stay. Let's switch. Let's switch because you're probably fatigued on the right leg. Let's bring the right leg up this time and press through the left foot, the left roots. Bringing our arms wide. Bringing our arms down. Interlace our fingers behind if you can bring the palms together. And we're staying nice and tall through the core. And then let's bring our leg out to the side and then back. Out to the side. Keep that knee up if you can. It's okay if it comes down. You can also stay down here. Out to the side. Keep pressing through the knuckles of the left foot. This is okay. One more time. Coming back and lower. Let's roll forward and back. Rolling our shoulders back. And good. We'll take it to the other side. Let's lift our left leg. Let's lift our arms. Good. Overhead. We're going to take our palms facing the front of the room. Take our arms a little wider, like a Y, stretching through the elbows. Press through the right foot. Good. Then take our arms wide. Press. And then take our arms across, right off shoulder, right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Then we'll take our left leg out and back, out. What's happening with your right foot? I want you to think more about that. Pressing the bottom of that right foot. Come back and lower down. All right. Whew, how's that? Let's roll forward and back. Let's take our feet wide. Roll forward and back here. So when we roll forward, pressing as high as you like to. And then shake those legs out. And let's take it side to side. This is the adrenal massage that I really think we all could use. I know I really love this. So I'm kind of trying to aim my hand to give it a little massage sort of. And then we'll take our hands back. We do this in Tai Chi, right? We're sort of just lightly massaging on either side of the spine. So the adrenal glands just right above the kidneys. Let's find our mountain. Let's settle into our roots as we rise up. Big, strong, tall mountains. And let's breathe. Let's take 5 slow, deep breaths here. Feel free to close your eyes. Remember, if you close your eyes, most likely you'll feel more movement. But because we have both feet down, that should be okay. Try to embrace the movement. Growing your roots deeper and wider. And any movement, any chaos above our roots are fine because we are rooted deeply. We have the strength of our stability, of our roots. Good. Let's bring our hands to heart center, pressing our hands together. We're making our way down to the mat, but let's take our fingers, pull the belly in, and then taking our hands to the mat, step back to a plank. Lengthening. Let's get one breath in our plank. If you'd like to come right down on your knees, feel free to do that. And let's take one breath in our child's pose. Coming forward onto our bellies and finding Sphinx. So our shoulders and elbows lined up. Try to get the shoulders wide. And not necessarily with the elbows wide. Sometimes when we think, oh, I've got to widen my shoulders, we take our elbows wider and then the elbows are too wide. So see if you can independently widen through the shoulders and reach the heart forward. Sphinx. And in our Sphinx, it's more of a lengthening and reaching forward than seeing how high we can come. I don't want you to feel any sort of pinch in the spine in the lower back. If you feel that, then we just kind of lengthen the spine more, reach the heart forward instead of trying to come up as high as we can. I want the shoulders wide and the spine long. Then we'll lower down. And then this cobra move, I love it because we very organically want to do what feels good for our neck and our spine. So our hands next to our chest, belly pulled in, legs are straight back, tops of the feet down. And then let's lift and lower. Stay strong through the core. And then perhaps we lift and we take a little to one side. Maybe we circle around the head and the neck. Maybe we look over our left shoulder and just keep moving. Perhaps we go around in a circle. As long as we're staying strong through the core, continue to breathe. Inhale slowly, exhale completely. We have so much movement through our neck and our upper back, right? The cobra. See how much movement you can get in the vertebrae. And then when you're ready, we'll take our hands down, take our head to one side, and just release and relax. Let's come back to our Sphinx position, shoulders wide, zipping, lengthening the spine, and bending our back legs. Perhaps now feeling a stretch through the front of the thighs. Remember, we're strong through the core. And let's go ahead. If this is uncomfortable, you don't have to keep your legs way up, but let's circle our ankles, whether our legs are straight down or whether our knees are bent. Circle the ankles, loosen through the ankles. Keep lengthening the spine and breathing. Then lowering down. And then engaging the core. Let's take our hands back and send our hips back for child's pose. We are coming up on our end, but I want us to get a couple of poses on our back, namely our happy baby, stretching through the legs, right? So let's come forward in our seated position and slowly roll back. First, we'll take a bridge. So walk those feet back as far as you can, arms and shoulders down, lifting the hips, lifting the heart, pressing through the feet, pressing through the shoulders gently, and then lower down. Let's hug both legs in and rock side to side. So we'll take happy baby just on one side first. So let's lower the left leg and take the right hand to the bottom of the right foot. And then feel free to adjust this leg But I'd like you to try to keep both hips equally down. So it's not the torso that's moving, it's just the leg. Perhaps here we feel that nice stretch through the groin, the hamstring, the glutes. Perhaps we want to bring our leg up. The left leg is active and the knee is pointing up to the ceiling and the foot is flat on the mat. Keep pressing through both knuckles. And play around with this side of your happy baby. Try to keep both hips down. Keep breathing. And then lower both feet. Adjusting your hips. When you're ready, we'll take it to the other side. So the movement is happening in the left leg. If you want to move, maybe we just want to hold here. And the stationary part is happening right here through the right hip, right leg stays active. That leg may want to come out to the side. Keep it nice and straight. Shoulders relaxed. And here, just how does that feel compared to the other side? And then lower down. Good, we'll hug both legs in. Circle or side to side. Lowering down, we'll take one more bridge here. Sending the hips and the heart up. Lengthen the thighs. Take care of the neck. Remember, if you feel any weight on your neck, I want you to press a little bit more through the shoulders. And then lowering the hips. And let's take full happy baby if you'd like. Relax through the shoulders. You're still welcome to bend both legs. You're still welcome to straighten one or straighten both. Try to send the tailbone closer to the earth. Try to straighten the spine instead of being in a curled spine, right? In our yoga, we're just working our joints and our muscles in a way that we don't all throughout our day. So feel free to do something different as long as when you get there or on your journey to that position, you're breathing and you're releasing, right? So not rushing. We don't often want to rush through our yoga unless it's more of a cardio yoga type class. And then it's more strengthening. But here, just feeling how the muscles feel. And then just breathing deeply. Keep releasing into your pose. And then when you're ready, coming out of happy baby, lowering both feet. And let's take one more bridge pose, sending our hips high, shoulders pressing down. Lengthen the thighs right through the kneecaps. Eyes stay on the ceiling. And then rolling down and preparing for your Shavasana. If you'd like one more pose or one more stretch or twist, go ahead for that. This front of the body yawn is a wonderful way to wake up the whole body. To stretch out the front of the body. And then preparing for your Shavasana. The ultimate pose, our Shavasana. Opening ourselves to love. Open ourselves to the love that is available to us. We do not have to limit our sources of love. The universe has an unlimited supply of what we need, including love. When we are open to receiving love, we will begin to receive it. It may come from the most surprising places, including from within ourselves. We will be open to and aware of the love that is and has been there for us all along. We will feel and appreciate the love from friends. We will notice and enjoy the love that comes to us from family. We will be ready to receive love in our special love relationships too. We do not have to accept love from unsafe people. There is plenty of good love available. Love that heals our heart, meets our needs, and makes our spirit sing. Open yourself to the love that is coming from the universe. Accept it and enjoy it when it comes. And bringing your awareness back to your breath. And if you'd like to bring yourself to seated, please do that, or stay in your Shavasana. Taking your time if you're coming to seated. Peace in our thoughts, peace in our words, peace in our heart. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see some of you at dance tonight. Dance is at 5 o'clock. You are all invited, so if you'd all like to join in, feel free to come in at 5 o'clock. Cardio dance with Janice. Namaste.